Hello, my name's Edgerton and welcome to another episode of Cam's Camera Talk. Now this film is all about people coming back from your past to haunt you, and if I was to haunt everyone who used to bully me, then that would be a long list of people. In all fairness, this was me as a kid though, so I was kind of asking for it. Had a little pouch for the mobile there for quick access in case I needed to contact the bitches. Anyway, you're not here to hear about Chubby Cameron, you're here to hear about the gift. Here it is. Anyway, I wanted to bring this review to you sooner, but I've been working a lot lately, and the cinema that is close to me have rarely been showing any showings of many films. Surprisingly enough, that turned out to be quite an issue. But anyway, here it is. Anyway, so the title of this film is The Gift, and that is a very loose definition of the word. I mean, it's sort of like being given the gift of chlamydia. Joel Edgerton stars in this film, he's written this film, and he directs this film. And as a feature film debut for him as a director, it's really solid. I mean, the task of a director isn't just to film a film and then that's it. I mean, there's so many things which actually go into it. You've got the film in itself, you've got controlling the actors, you've got the editing, the sound mixing, the sound editing, the colour saturation, everything is taken on by the director. And considering that this is Joel Edgerton's first film as a director, it's pretty brilliant. The acting in this film is really solid. You've got Joel Edgerton looking like a skinny David Brent, who just is really solid in all of his roles, and this is yet another one which he just knocks out of the park. A big surprise for me was Jason Bateman. I mean, the guy's coming from a background of comedy. I mean, he's not really had many serious roles that I can think of, and he's really good in this film. Rebecca Hall was a shock for me, because going into this film, the trailers and sort of the synopsis of what I'd seen made her just seem like sort of a side character, but she really is the main character for the majority of this film. You see everything through her eyes. I mean, the majority of the time he's siding with her because it's really her perspective which you're watching this unfold from. I mean, this film's tone, it's dark, it's creepy, it makes you feel uncomfortable when nothing's really even going on. This film stylistically reminded me a lot of Gone Girl. I mean, the way it's edited, the way it's shot, the colouring of it, I mean, it feels very cold and creepy. The atmosphere just really makes you feel uneasy throughout the entirety of this film. The way this film was shot as well, I mean, it was done really well because you didn't know who you were rooting for. You didn't know who to trust, you didn't know who the antagonist was. I mean, this film can be a little bit slow at times. You feel like you're crawling from one scene to another. A lot of scenes in the middle of the film start to repeat themselves a little bit, but I can see why they've done it. I mean, it's all to build up this atmosphere that you're really reaching for the climax. So if you're a big Michael Bay fan and you just want to see action and things explode, this isn't going to be the film for you. You're not going to enjoy it. I never thought I'd be defending this film technique, but here goes. The jump scares in this film actually really worked. Usually in horror films these are just used because the writers need something to scare you, and it's an easy jump, it's an easy scare. But in this film, I mean, the way that you're feeling inside, I mean, it's not there to frighten you. I mean, it's just there to help build the tension. It's here to make you more on edge, a little bit more worried for these characters. So for the first time ever, I actually think jump scares were actually utilised quite well within this film. This is one of those films which you're going to be thinking about more and more after you leave the cinema. This film makes you question whether there's just someone over your shoulder all the time watching you. I mean, this film is really solid. It's really enjoyable. Towards the climax, it's one of those films where not much is happening, but you're on the edge of your seat, you're biting your nails. For that reason, I'm going to give The Gift a very solid and a very high 8 out of 10. Anyway, I've been Cameron Edgerton. If you have liked what I've brought for you today, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Superhero film, you want to see superheroes doing superhero shit. That's what they're meant to do. That's what makes it a superhero film. But instead we get a long